Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope, and this one is for you, Virgo. Now, it might feel as if things are moving slowly throughout much of June, but we are going to end the month with a supportive Capricorn Full Moon on the 24th, and that could really help you get inspired for the next steps forward. And between now and then, go over the details of what's already in motion, and you can also refine works in progress. Now, we've got Mercury Retrograde this month. Mercury is your ruling planet, so you might feel it a little more than some of the other sun signs. This is a cycle that started on May 29th, and it will last until June 22nd. So all you need to know is to slow down, be more clear in your communications. Mercury retrograde can often lead to miscommunications or delays, and in your case, it might happen at work. So definitely give yourself extra time to organize your thoughts, clarify your intentions, and you can get through this time period productively. It's a wonderful time to finish anything that you've started and make revisions, editing, the things that Virgos are often really good at, fine-tuning things. That's actually highly supported under Mercury retrograde. It's just not going to be a great month to launch something or jump in with a brand new idea or project. Now we have Venus entering Cancer on June the 2nd, and this actually gives a cozy vibe, I would say, to your friendships or any kind of group efforts or activities. Venus, expressed in the sign of Cancer, is really bringing out people's desire to care for each other, to do thoughtful, nurturing gestures. It's a good month to team up with others on behalf of a worthy cause, and you'll probably attract some positive people into your life this month. Your generous and capable nature is going to get noticed and appreciated by others. So this is kind of a warming energy for the month, even though we're facing certain challenges with our retrogrades, and we've got an eclipse that I'll talk about. I think the Venus in Cancer is going to be really useful for people to kind of come together and help each other out a little bit. Now, we've got the first solar eclipse of the year on June the 10th, and it's at 19 degrees Gemini. Solar eclipses are high-powered new moons, and they often stir the energy and prompt either an ending or a beginning of some sort. It doesn't always happen right on that day, although sometimes it does, but usually around the weeks around the eclipses is when people note something shifting, either psychologically or an event in their life that starts to orient them in a different direction. Now, if you were born on or around September the 12th of any year, or if you have around 19 degrees of Virgo rising, you're going to be the most activated by this solar eclipse. And it's a really good time for all Virgos to set intentions at this new moon. It's high powered, and you can set intentions related to your career, your public image, any kind of long-term goals, as well as communication skills. It's a Gemini solar eclipse, and that's a key theme in the sign of Gemini. So you can learn a lot more about the eclipses this year in a video I have on the eclipses of 2021. It's in the Astrology of 2021 playlist. I encourage you to check that out. You can make the most of this energy. We only get 2 solar eclipses this year, and they are the best time to set big picture intentions. Now, June 11th, Mars is going to move into Leo, and that will activate your subconscious mind. You could get inspired about an idea that had been on the back burner, and the time is really right to finish something you've started, as I mentioned, and Mars often gives us that energy, that push. It's in the fire sign of Leo. Your creative expression is going to be a focus. And it's a really productive time to release old anger or resentment that might be draining your energy. In addition to ambition, Mars rules anger, and the way it's working in your chart this month, it can really help you let go of some of that stuff so you can focus on what's more important. Now, Saturn and Uranus are going to be in an exact square on June 14th. The Saturn-Uranus square is big-time astrology for the year. It's in effect all year, but we're going to feel it pretty strongly this month because the square is exact. And this might instigate some changes for you related to your outlook on life, as well as day-to-day habits. You might have a shift in consciousness that inspires you to make a big decision or life change. However, wait until after June 22nd when Mercury is direct to initiate action. This is going to be the time where you start to maybe organize your thoughts, make a big plan for yourself. You can use this month to research your options and then release old thought patterns that might be limiting you. You can see this is a big theme this month. With Mars, it's a little more anger specific, but with Saturn and Uranus, it can just be the places we get stuck, the general rules that we've set up for ourselves along the way that we realize don't really serve us or apply anymore. And this square is here to help us sort of revolutionize our way of doing things so that we can feel more free, so that we can do the things that we're here to do. Now we've got Jupiter stationing retrograde, June 20th. That's the same day the sun moves into Cancer. And it's the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. And this astrology is really highlighting the importance of emotional connections and listening to your intuition. So this is going to be a time definitely to slow down. We're getting close to Mercury stationing direct. However, June 25th, Neptune is going to station retrograde, and that can make things feel a bit foggy. This was something Jan Spiller was really big on. She always advised being very gentle with yourself and not forcing anything around the days that Neptune is stationing either retrograde or direct. So just knowing, okay, we've got Jupiter retrograde on the 20th, Mercury stations direct on the 22nd, Neptune stations retrograde on the 25th. That's a lot of stationing, a lot of watery planetary activity. Just keep things as easy as you can kind of during the last week of the month, and know that July, the fog is going to clear and there's a lot of forward moving energy. So if you can work with that, that will be very helpful towards the end of the month. We finish out the month with a full moon on June 24th, and it's at 3 degrees of Capricorn. This is offering a lot of support to Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising people. If you were born on or around August 27th of any year, or if you have around 3 degrees of Virgo Rising, you're going to be the most energized by this full moon. Now, all Virgo people are going to benefit from the clarity of this full moon, and pay attention to what surfaces in your mind around this time. This can be when you have an awakening about walking your talk. There's something you felt strongly about, but you're not enacting it in your life. Capricorn Full Moon is a great time to get real about that and start walking your talk, as I say. So I hope you can make the most of June's astrology. There's a lot going on. Nothing can really be rushed this month, so take it one step at a time and be safe and be well. I'll see you here next month with your horoscope.